So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to go over two PlayStation 5 stories that have come up recently. One is focused on one more announcement Sony still has locked for the PlayStation 5, and the other is focused on PlayStation 5 pre-orders and how Sony is trying to deliver on demand for both consoles, but it's proving difficult. First, let me know if yesterday's announcement from Microsoft buying Bethesda has changed your mind about the PlayStation 5 now that the dust has settled and people have had time to digest the news. I wonder how many of you are thinking about getting an Xbox now over a PlayStation 5. So comment below, did the Microsoft Bethesda news change your mind about the PlayStation 5? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, demand for the PlayStation 5. We already know the craziness that was last week in terms of sales for the PlayStation 5. The consoles were sold out everywhere, and anywhere that restocked on supplies, they ran out within minutes, sometimes even less. And according to reports, the difference in allocation for the PlayStation 5 digital versus the physical is actually pretty substantial. I'm only talking about this for people to better realistically strategize their pre-orders for the PlayStation 5. So, reading from website Video Game Chronicles, VGC first reported that stock for the digital edition console was expected to be significantly lower than the standard version worldwide. And now, analysis by Ars Technica, hopefully I said that correctly, has suggested that this is indeed the case at some US retailers. According to the publication's analysis of PlayStation 5 hardware allocations at various GameStop locations, roughly 24% of the stock available was taken up by the digital edition, with the remaining 76% for the standard edition. The difference is huge here. And Sony boss Jim Ryan also commented on this, stating the ratio between the digital edition and the disk drive model is currently something we cannot disclose at this time. We cannot give specific information on numbers, but we can say that we plan to produce the necessary number of units to meet the demand for that model type. However, we've never produced two different console models at the same time before, so deciding on the right number and the right ratio is very hard to know. We are doing our best to predict demand. So, for people who managed to get the digital edition of the PlayStation 5, you are holding possibly a rare pre-order of the console for launch. And for people still trying to get a pre-order for the PlayStation 5, I would personally suggest just go for the physical edition directly whenever a place gets restocked. Seeing the difference between the two, 24% versus 76%, it just makes it clear that you shouldn't even try for the digital edition. It'll waste the time you could have put towards getting the physical edition of the console and locking that down for yourself. But let me know if you were planning on buying the PS5 digital, or if you already managed to lock a PlayStation 5 digital pre-order down. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the second story of the video, Sony still has one more PlayStation 5 announcement coming. With the news of Bethesda now being owned by Microsoft, I personally can't think of a possible comeback from Sony in the near future, unless Sony has had secret plans for something big and Microsoft did this to counter. I really think Microsoft did this, and I'm personally saying this, Microsoft did this because of Xbox pre-orders going live, because they can say they don't care about console sales, but I find it hard to believe, and seeing they announced the acquisition a day before pre-orders went live tells you they do care about console sales. But in terms of Sony, apparently there's one more announcement yet to come, according to industry insider Tidex, who, as I've mentioned a few times now, has an on and off record. He stated the following on Twitter recently: there is one more unannounced PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 game still coming before next Christmas. So the confusion with this tweet is him saying next Christmas, which for me isn't really shocking news. That's a year out you're looking at. So I'm wondering if by next Christmas he meant this upcoming Christmas. But then again, Sony's day one lineup of games with Demon's Souls, Spider-Man, Sackboy, Destruction All-Stars, and Godfall is already looking pretty great. But if there is a game still to come this year before Christmas, that would be pretty huge. And the unannounced part is the interesting one here. In terms of what game this could be, Silent Hill, The The Last of Us 2 multiplayer, SOCOM, maybe another remake are all being thrown up in the air. For me personally, I think Sony could do with a big multiplayer game, so something like SOCOM would be pretty substantial. It would be pretty huge. Silent Hill has been rumored to death at this point, and I think Sony should just announce it, but I don't think it would be a cross-platform game. SOCOM makes more sense for something like that. There were rumors of Infamous making a return, and honestly, if Bluepoint Games remade the first Infamous game, I would be insanely happy if that was the game here that we're talking about. The Last of Us 2 multiplayer is one I've been waiting on for 7 years, as you guys know, and would be a solid addition as their next big multiplayer game, but it depends on what people want more, SOCOM or The Last of Us 2 multiplayer. Either way, it's up in the air, and whether it's this year or next year, it makes sense maybe for it to be this year for The Last of Us 2 multiplayer because of the leaks that we've seen, but if it's this year or next year, Sony's first year launch lineup is already insane, and to add more to it is just ridiculous. But you guys let me know what you think this unannounced game is. Let me know down in the comments below. What if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button as it always helps. So subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "The gaming overload is real," because PlayStation 5's first year is already insane, and to add one more to it is just ludicrous. So if you agree, destroy the comment section with "The gaming overload is real," and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.